Hello everybody, it is I, Cool, back again, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the new, for 2026, Rosie diecast. I got this girl recently because Rosie is a pretty underappreciated character in Thomas, and I really want to collect more merch of her. She has a really cool design, but my only current piece of Rosie merch is this Thomas Wood item, which I like, don't get me wrong, but I was really curious to see how they would update Rosie, especially since she's set up to be a main character now, it seems. Got this at Target for $4.39. Pretty cheap for a diecast. Here's her render. Very smug expression. Here's the back with the other engines included. Really do like this new packaging design. I went more over on it during Thomas's review, but still wanted to give credit to Rosie. And here she is out of the box. Man, this is a super detailed diecast. And I gotta say, that is a really good expression. It's the exact same as what was on the box, just looking straight forward. But I think this is easily the best expression of the new engines. At least the ones I saw in the stores. I haven't really gotten a good look at the newer ones leaked for Waves 2 and 3, but I think the main benefit is that Rosie has her mouth closed and is giving a more distinct expression versus, say, Thomas. And, okay, my one complaint is that this item is extremely short, which I don't think is accurate. I think in the series and in real life, Rosie's model is very similarly sized to Thomas. Thomas is a bit too tall and thin. But Rosie was always presented as sort of a younger sister type character, so I don't personally mind it, but it is an interesting thing to note. Again, I really like the expression here. The eyebrows seem molded in, which is really interesting. I guess they are kind of thick, but it's just kind of an interesting thing. Was it molded in on Thomas? Oh, I think they actually were. That is very cool. I never noticed that. Print quality is not the best. You can sort of see the fuzziness, but it's whatever. Over here on the sides. Of course, this is the paint job Rosie got in season 21. Rosie was given a redesign with this new lamp and, of course, the red paint job. And I think I do prefer the original design just because I think it popped a bit more, but I think it is cool that Rosie is actually like a rose-colored red with the sort of deeper maroon on the inside. And, of course, the NWR and number 37 on the side. Super distinct. It does remind me a bit of Arthur, an older character that I don't think is ever going to return, but would be cool. I mean, they did bring back Scruffy of all characters, so I don't think it's entirely impossible. Here are her wheels. They are very similar to Thomas's. As you can see, they connect pretty decently. Disconnecting Thomas, pretty easy. Over here is the back. Again, the coal load is connected to the roof. There's the sort of slant. I think Rosie might genuinely be one of my favorite diecasts from this range. Good proportions, good detailing. I'm a little concerned mine might be an error because she's missing the boiler bands that the Thomas Wood one clearly does, but I haven't checked. Let me check the stock image if she has the boiler bands. Because it actually doesn't seem like she does, so I think that that's just an error that is mass-produced. Like, that's just something they forgot, rather than my specific copy not being correct. Here's the back again. Not too much painted detailing, unfortunately. I think that's the one drawback of this item, but I think the rest of it is done pretty well. I even appreciate the actual gold on the headlamp. It doesn't reach all the way across, but it's on the front at least, which I think is nice. So yeah, a very, very solid toy. I'm going to quickly compare this to the Thomas Wood counterpart. Of course, it is way smaller than a Thomas Wood and Railway item, so I think I'm still going to use this Wood Rosie for my purposes, but I was really curious in getting a more, accurate shape Rosie. I think, honestly, again, they did a really good job on Rosie. I think there's also going to be a motorized, so that's going to be interesting. Of course, there are 3 domes. I believe one of them is her actual dome, and the other 2 are sandboxes or something. Oh, she's also missing a whistle. That's unfortunate. I think the boiler is easily the worst part of this, but everything else looks pretty decent. So overall, I'd rate this item pretty well. I would definitely recommend getting this for a small child. I'm going to quickly show the base as well with the iconic name on the bottom that a lot of Thomas toys have, and the T, which is a ticket logo made in Thailand. It's actually on the opposite side of Thomas, and the V16A. So yeah, again, overall, I would recommend picking up this item, even if you do have Rosie, just because it is super nice to have a pretty standard design Rosie. And here is Thomas. Again, sort of doing a side-by-side comparison. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up too many other engines, at least for now. I'm definitely planning on picking up Rheneas and all of the rolling stock. But as for things like Birdie or Harold or Flynn Jr., time will tell. But again, overall, I'm really digging these Thomas toys, and I'm happy to see what the new show has in store for us. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the review, and I shall see you all around. Bye-bye!